All right, I'm going to say Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach this truth and do real well. And salutations to you, sincere. I can push this word on the four corners of the earth with truth and sincerity. Shalom. All right. I'm your Agabar Karash. I'm going to another lesson, just real quick lesson. I just wanted to speak on something, man, some things through the spirit. We know, hey man, we're at the end of this thing, man. We literally might not make it to the end of this year, man. I mean, it's looking like it, you know. I mean, I don't know, the scriptures say, man, no man knoweth the time and the hour, but the Father, man. But through the Spirit, we know that these things, man, we've been warned of these things to come to pass, man. This coronavirus is taking the world by storm. You got millions quarantined in China. And outside of China, man, you got all new cases, man. Basically every province, man. Man, all regions, man. People have been affected. Countries are being starting to be affected by the coronavirus. And here in Washington, you have 6 people overnight that dropped dead from the coronavirus, and it might be hundreds of people who might be infected by it within matter of 24 to 48 hours. And that just shows you, man, hey, this thing is coming, man. And it's spiritual that the Passover is a matter of what, probably 7-8 days away. And you have all these plagues that's been happening, man. You've been having blood moons, all right? We've been having earthquakes. You've been having the wars, the rumors of wars. You got the pestilence. You got the famine of the word coming in. You got the mark of the beast that's out there. All right, man. All these things is look, man. This is beautiful that these things are taking place, because what did the Lord say, man? He was gonna plague this because this America is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt in the scriptures. It's called Babylon the Great. It's called many things, but it says the Most High is going to plague this place with the plagues that He plagued with Egypt. And it's no coincidence that you have, all these things I just mentioned. You got had locusts, this in East Africa. This basically, man, is just running wild, eating all the crops, everything, man. It's just plaguing, this place. It's no coincidence that all that's happening. You got coronavirus, which basically is taking the world by storm. It's no coincidence that all these things are happening, because these are some of the plagues that plagued Egypt. And when the Lord came through and killed the Egyptians, man, and it's symbolic that the Passover is just a few days away, and you got all these cases of coronavirus, man, and people dropping dead left and right. It's people get right, man. You better put that blood of Yahweh Shah on your lintel. All right, like the scriptures say, you gotta put the blood of the Lord upon your lintel, man, so you can be delivered in these days, man. All right. Yep. I'm started. This is Exodus 12, and I'm started 21. It says, and Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover. So that's symbolic for Yahweh Shah, man. That lamb that you killing, man, to give up the ultimate sacrifice. That's symbolic for Yahweh Shah, man. It says, so what? It says according to your families and kill the Passover, because your household is your families, the people, that's in your household outside of the men of the Lord that's in His truth, because that's your family first and foremost. But it's symbolic for your household as well, because if you're a man of the Lord, the Most High, He can have mercy on your families, your kids, your wife and kids, just for what you doing, man. All right, we seen this. It's plenty of cases like that, man. Cornelius, he was another case like that. It said because he believed him and his household were saved, and it's symbolic for what the Passover it represents, man. Verse 22 it says, "And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that in the basin, and strike the lintel on the two side posts with the blood that is in the bosom, so like it that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. Right, man, and meaning you stay put, man, because the Lord is gonna pass over and he's gonna kill the Egyptians this night. So that's symbolic of that going outside that door, man, is outside this truth, man. Everything is symbolic, man, because we live in the same times where the Lord is about to pass over Egypt, man. And if you ain't got that blood of Yahweh on you, man, the scriptures say, man, put on the whole armor of the Lord so you can withstand the wiles of the devil, man. That whole armor is this truth, man. That faith, believing in Yahweh Shah, man. Verse 23 says, for the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And we're seeing the Lord smite the Egyptians, which is the modern day Babylonians, man. Whether it be through this coronavirus, or it's going to be World War III, where you're going to have a lot of blood get shed. You're going to have chariots that's going to, do a lot of killing. The Lord is going to do a lot of killing. It says the blood should be up to his girdle like a bridle, like a horse's bridle. All right? And when you read Isaiah 63, so that's just symbolic, man, for all the bloodshed that's going to happen here in this place. And the same thing happened with the Egyptians, all right? Meaning you had the Lord pass through Egypt. He killed a large number, but he wasn't done yet. He at the end, he killed Pharaoh and his army. And what is Yahweh Shah doing here? He's going to allow these plagues to hit this place. You're going to have a lot of people die, get caught up in them. But in the end, he's just going to do the same thing here. Because Esau is the modern day Pharaoh, which this is all going to end in World War III, where the Lord is going to kill the armies of these nations. All right. So this is all symbolic, that great deliverance again, that we're going to come up out of Babylon. All right. And it says, when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. All right. So, hey, if you're a man of the Lord, you're doing this work with truth and all truth and sincerity, with love for the brotherhood, man, you don't have nothing to worry about, man. The Lord is going to pass over. He's not going to let none of these plagues come nigh unto you. Like it says in Psalms 91, 1,000 shall fall at thy left hand, 10,000 at thy right hand, but it should not come, none of it should come nigh unto thee. And that's the same, protection that the men of the Lord are going to have in the times that we're living in now, man. All right. The scriptures say wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times, man. All right. See, yep. This is Jeremiah 6:15. It says, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I give unto their fathers, man. So look, man, matter of fact, let's read this again. This Jeremiah 16, let's start at 14. It says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. All right, because this whole Passover is symbolic for that, man. We're going to have a new Passover in the kingdom. All right. It says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it should no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. All right, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, all right, which is America, which is Babylon the Great. It says, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Right, so we're going to lead this place in style, man. The Most High is going to place us back in our own land, all right? That's when the scriptures say, rise and depart, for this is not your rest. Come up out of her, my people. So you be not partakers of none of her plagues, meaning mentally, spiritually, man. Come up out of this place, come back to your heritage, man. Put on that whole armor of the Lord so you can be protected. Keep the law, statutes, and the commandments to the best of your ability. Have that faith, and believing. Because that's what's going to be the difference of your whole household being saved, all right? And let's go to Matthew's. This is Matthew's 26 and 26. It says, and as they were eating, Yahushua took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, take, eat, this is my body. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, drink ye all of it, for this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remissions of sins. And we know that the Lord only came for the nation of Israel. He came and died for the nation of Israel. When we read Acts 5 and 30, Matthew's 15, 24, Matthew's 10 and 5. Man, so many scriptures, man. You can go on and I can, go on and on. The Lord only came and died for the nation of Israel. All right. And that blood that what they call the Last Supper that he had with his disciples, that last Passover that he had, he said this wine, this is the blood of my for the New Testament, man. Which that wine represents the blood of the Lord, man. We taking that in, we drinking it, and it's symbolic of what? Being saved, man. So the Lord can pass over your house like he did in Egypt, man. So it's symbolic of being saved, because the scriptures tell you, man, the Lord came to save them which believe, man. Let's see. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. Yep. 1 Corinthians 1 and 21, it says, for after that, in the wisdom of Yahweh, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh, but it pleased Yahweh by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. So believing is symbolic, man, by putting that blood over your lintel, man, over your doorpost, so the Lord can pass over you, man, because he's smiting this place, man. He's about to come through and pass over through this place, and he's going to kill anybody who don't. That's why the scriptures say the Lord's name is a strong tower, the righteous runneth into it and are safe. Because in the times that we living in, man, by having this truth, by having this knowledge, by having the true name of the one and only Father and his Son, all right, you're going to be protected, man. The scriptures say wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. All these things is happening, coronavirus, all these things, man, you're going to be protected. If you got a family as well, your family going to be protected, man. Lord's will, I got a precept on that. Just a quick, like I said, this is a real quick lesson, man. It was on my spirit to do so, and I just wanted to bring it out, man. Man, let's start at this is an account when Paul and Silas was basically threw into prison, all right, for doing this work, and the miracle that happened, this is Acts 16 and 27. Let's start at 27. It says, and the keeper of the prison, awakening out of his sleep and seeing the prison doors open, he drew out his sword and would kill himself, supposing that the prisoners had been fled. But Paul cried with a loud voice, saying, do thyself no harm, for we are all here, man. Right? Because the prisoner, being the guard of the prison, man, was basically ready to kill himself because he seen a miracle happen, and he was basically ready to kill himself because he thought that Paul and Silas had just disappeared, so he thought he was bugging out and he was ready to kill himself, but it was the angel of the Lord, all right? And it says, verse 29, it says, then he called for a light and sprang in it, and came trembling and fell down before Paul and Silas, and brought them out and said, Sir, what must I do to be saved? All right. So look, man, this prisoner seeing this, Paul and Silas, the angel of the Lord basically delivered them from their circumstances. And he like, man, he converted, by seeing that, by just, seeing that, man, that was a testimony to him. So he was ready to convert. He said that he may be saved. In verse 31, it says, and they said, Believe on the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and thou should be saved in thy house. So, bam, there you have it. You believe, you in your house can be saved, and it's truth, man. That proves that if you believe, man, if the man has a family and you're doing the work of the Lord, and you believe, your family can be saved, man. Just simple and plain, man. We seen that in Jericho with I think it was Rahab the harlot. Basically she was delivered and saved, for what she did. I think it was who was it? Was it Joshua? I believe it was Joshua and a few other men, who she basically hid on the rooftop of her house, man. When they were spying out Jericho, all right, and when they came and overtook it, they delivered her in her household, man. So it proves that, look, man, you believe in this thing, you can be saved, and it's truth, man. You can save your household, because the times we're living in, the Most High is about to be destroying households, man. You know how many people in China that's sitting there stuck in their house because their spouse is dying and the whole households are dying? The Most High not with them, man. And we soon about to see who the Most High with, because over here this disease is growing every day. They trying to keep it under wraps and keep this from being so much chaos. But you about to see who the Lord dealing with, because a lot of people gonna be affected by this disease, man. And Abaratazah, man, and Lord's protect me and my household, and as well as you, sincere brothers out there, man. I send a prayer for you as well, because it's not a time to boast, because like the scriptures say, man, look, he that endured to the end, the same should be saved. So look, man, it ain't a time to boast, because we're not affected by this the plagues here in this place. It's more of a time to pray even more, man. To pray, because of the times we're entering in is times of evil, man. You're gonna have people rioting, looting, complete chaos, coming in your house trying to kill you. It's gonna be everything rolled in one. It's gonna be Legend, The Walking Dead, Z Nation, all the movies, man. The Bushwick. All these apocalyptic type of movies rolled in one times 10, man. So this thing is gonna get bad out here, and you really have to have the spirit of the Lord on you not to be affected, by these things. But with that, Abaratazah, this lesson I've been edifying, man. I just through the spirit, I was just meditating and wanted to bring it out, because we're so close to the Passover, and it's just like everything is lined up the way it's supposed to be happening, So with that, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who teach this truth and rule well, and salutations to you, sincere brothers, pushing this word of truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. Shalom.